Hi everyone, we're live at Epic headquarters. I'm Stacy and I'm here with Steve Polge, Nick Donaldson, and Chris Perna.
Hey.
And yes, we are going to reveal the new Unreal Tournament logo today. And that's coming in later, so keep watching. Yeah. We're really excited about that. I'm going to start out with a little bit of news. We did a playtest this week with was it last week or this week? It was this week on Monday with some UT veterans. Phil Cole, you guys might know him as Will Haven, Dave Ewing, Pete Hayes, and they really liked the game and they signed up for more. We sent out an email to the studio and told everybody how they can play UT too. So look for more Epic employees in the game when you're playing, and go easy on them for a little bit. Some of you have been asking about the items for the store. The Unreal Tournament t-shirt should be in there within a week. And as soon as that happens, I'll let you know. And you've probably seen the shirts. I've been posting some pictures of them, and I'll post some more as they go live. We've started planning for the next event. Yep. We're really excited about that. We've sent invitations out to Raxi and to Jumbo. And so
we'll have a bunch more to come.
And there's a bunch more to come, so keep watching for that. And we wanted to let you know also that Sydney Rauschberger has officially joined the UT team.
Yay.
Yay. So
Clawfist.
Clawfist.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of you guys talked to him on the forums, and you're going to be happy about that.
Yeah.
So we're all very happy to announce that we would like to interact a little bit more closely with the contributors. So we've turned the clocks back, and we've all joined IRC. And we have 2 IRC channels, and we will have them posted in the chat. Zach will post those. And one is, and we're going to be on globalgamers.net, irc.globalgamers.net, and we're going to have the channel Unreal Tournament and UT contributors. So make sure you jump in and talk to us. Mm-hmm. And I think everybody here is in there. Right?
I will be.
But we are definitely in there, and we're waiting to hear from you. So
haven't been on IRC for 10 years, probably.
10 years.
Yeah.
Everybody's going, how do I do this and how do I do that? Joe Wilcox has not lost a beat. He is still in there telling everybody what they need to do to get off and all that other stuff. So if you need any help, ask Joe. And last but not least, the MapCore UE4 White Box Challenge. They have chosen a bunch of maps, and it would be great if you would go over there and vote for your favorites, because they have 11 maps that look absolutely amazing. So get over there and vote, and we are probably going to send the winner one of the Unreal Tournament t-shirts. So go vote, and the link will be posted in the chat for that, and will also be posted when the stream archives go live. Now, Nick and Steve are going to talk about Nick Test. Nick has made a lot of changes to Nick Test.
Yeah.
And a lot of them come from suggestions that you guys made and things that Nick has noticed and from our play tests. So what have you done to this wonderful, amazing map that everyone loves so much?
Yeah. All right, can we swap over to the...
Shelly's will flip over for us.
So I made a bunch of changes, mainly based on feedback from the forums, along with some of our feedback from our more hardcore players here. Basically, I made the map kind of a whole lot bigger than it used to be. I guess they talked about some of the last changes last time, but this time around, I got rid of some of the annoying
slope
dodging stuff that pretty much everybody was complaining about.
Because I could do it.
And then with the last changes I made, it kind of made this area of the map far too powerful. And a lot of the feedback on the forums was that it made kind of making a comeback from someone who had control over this area and that area kind of difficult. So this time around, I kind of bolstered up this area, which is the old rocket area. Mm-hmm.
Where's the rocket now?
Turned out to be a bit of the new rocket is over there.
Okay.
Headshot. So now I added the sniper rifle into the level, and I turned this area from being a bit of a death trap, which was pretty much just this area here, into actually being somewhere that you could defend, kind of make sniper shots over there, make a bit of a comeback in the level. I moved around we moved the thigh pads down here, kind of make it a little bit easier to grab and run. And I'm getting some feedback also from Chumbo and some of the other guys that we're probably looking to kind of shuffle some of the armor around a little bit more again. But this time around, I'm just going to let it sit for maybe another week or so before I really make any changes, because making knee-jerk changes has bitten us in the past. So letting everyone kind of get a hang of what's going on is probably the best bet.
Sure. Plus, once you're used to playing a map and it changes, you're like, ugh.
Right.
Yeah.
So kind of let people get used to everything.
Exactly. Some of the other changes that people may not have noticed quite so much was that it's actually no longer possible to jump straight from here to there, or I guess the way to do it before was to dodge off the wall over here. So now you actually have to, I'm good at this, lift jump all the way up, or make your way through the back of this here. There's also this other little kind of quirky thing with the level that I've added for now, and we'll see if it's interesting or not. But when someone's running through this area here, there's a series of lights that will light up along the side. This is just kind of bare bones functionality. Depending on the theme of the level, if it was like a kind of a castle themed level, we could have torches lighting up. If it was a sci-fi level, we could have kind of a giant X-ray machine. I talked a little bit about that on the forums. That you could see kind of the skeleton
Kinda
of the
like
guy
Total
walking
Recall.
through there. Exactly. That's what. Yeah, that was Sid's suggestion from Total Recall. And the idea behind that is to pretty much just give people a heads up that that someone's going for the shield belt from that
Usually
direction.
Matt.
Right. So yeah, those are the major changes in the level.
So now there's a lot of sniping going on in this map now, right?
Sure. Yeah. If you're any good at it. So I guess some of the other changes are, right now, I don't have the ability to get up here that I used to. A lot of people are missing that, so I might think about some kind of way to do that again. It was just kind of making things a little more complicated, and I was focusing on the big picture rather than just the little things like that. So, I'll keep massaging it and trying to get those things back in the level, and it seems to be a lot of those little things that people love about it. So, yeah, we're going to keep going and probably make another pass in a week or so.
So when is this version going to be available for everyone to play, or is it in the build
I think
now?
it is. I think it's in the build that we just put out. So, hop in, play.
Yes, please play.
Set up for duel. Weapon stay is off when you're in duel mode. And I think that's pretty much everything you need to take it for a spin. So.
Awesome. Yeah, this is definitely one of our favorite maps, and people love to play this map, and this probably gets the most swearing than really any other map because it's so close-quartered and a lot of fighting going on. So I guess we're ready to maybe show a logo? What do you guys think? You ready?
Go
I'm
for it.
ready.
All right. I'm sorry, Nick, since you're in the hot
Oh.
seat, could you kind of minimize that window
Ooh, nuke it from space.
and bring that one up?
I think give it a turn. What am I looking for?
The
Logos?
window
Logos.
at the bottom.
This one?
Yeah.
There we go.
Ooh, yeah. There you
Look
go,
at
Pam.
that.
You talk about it.
So this is the new Unreal Tournament logo, and this was made by.
So these were made by Henrik.
Awesome.
And
Congratulations, Henrik.
there were lots. Henrik did lots. Henrik did like 500 logos or something like that himself.
Seriously, he really seriously
logos,
did.
desktop backdrops. I mean, the guy was going. He did an awesome job. Everybody did an awesome job. There was hundreds more that showed up on the forums and stuff, and we looked at them all. We kept coming back to this small group in particular, and over time we just kind of narrowed it down. And
There was much debating.
yeah, there was
There
much
was
debating.
very much debating.
Nick was throwing things around the office and stuff, and yeah.
And
So
then
many
somebody
tiers.
would come in, Crowtail or Gooba would come in with different
and
logos.
say, hey,
and
what
we'd be
about
like,
this?
"Oh."
And everybody was like, oh, look at that, that's cool, and we felt for our project and for what we wanted to get out of the logo that this direction was actually perfect.
There's some color combinations.
Yeah, there's some different color combinations. We haven't decided on anything in color. I had Henrik specifically do
I think that's
kind of
pretty
dumb
slick.
things down
That-
and
that
just do
looks fantastic.
the simplest version possible, so that we could just look at the form and the function of it. And what I like about it is it feels action oriented. This Circle U, I could see on like the side of a football helmet.
This is
it's very
Joe's
kind of
favorite.
e-sporty, but still a throwback to the original UT, and I think still recognizable as UT. I like the hidden T within the U also is kind of cool. It's a little abstract, but it's there, and I think that's kind of neat. So yeah, I think it's slick, it's modern, yet it's a throwback to our original Unreal. I really like this. The treatment that he did on the word Unreal was kind of an 11th hour kind of thing, and we tweaked that. To
I love
L,
the blade on the
hook
L. Looks
end.
fantastic.
And when I think Guba put his logos online, and then Henrik put his last one online, and that's kind of where we pulled this from. And they're just a little more refined, a little more of that original Unreal DNA in that word, and I think it works great.
And the tournament too, how the T's used to be a different size than the
Yeah.
inside the,
yeah.
or you know.
Pick that up too, the little fangs there, or whatever they are. Yeah, I used to call them fangs. But and we showed it around the office, and people love it. I showed it to Tim Sweeney. He liked it. It's gotten approval all around. So
Yeah.
this is what we're going with.
It looks absolutely fantastic. So
What we'll do from here is we'll extrapolate. We'll make cool desktop backgrounds and T-shirts and extrude it and colorize it and do all kinds of crazy things to it and see where we can push and where not, and kind of play around with it like that.
So if somebody right now was making some desktop wallpaper or, something for in-game, is this the logo that they could use?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Use this, the U, the Circle U by itself, or this Unreal Tournament treatment.
Are we going to put some higher res versions of this up?
Yeah, Henrik, I'm sure he'll get me some stuff. I mean, this is just.
Yeah, people have been
I'm
asking
sure
if they're
he was
going to
just
get a
kind of
fan
blown
kit.
away and kind of like, whoa, really, and all that stuff. So he's been sending me stuff as he does it, but I haven't received a really high res version yet. But we'll make it available to the forums once I get it.
So you started talking to him when he was actually visiting here, and this
Oh,
is
yeah.
when this whole
Yeah,
process
yeah.
started
Yep.
again. I mean, he had already done
Yep.
200 or so.
And that
logos.
was when Guba had come up with that really cool kind of symbol.
Yes, that everybody really liked that one too.
Yeah, that was a really nice. It was a really strong graphic treatment, and the artist in me really liked that a lot. And so they talked, and then Henrik and I talked, and Henrik went off and he did a couple of versions. I think he did a couple. 50 or whatever it was, right? He did a lot of versions based on that. And we kind of explored that path, and then Guba actually put his original on there too. And so we looked at that as well. And that, we just, I think we all kind of decided that this was a better direction. And that
Unreal DNA.
yeah.
Yeah, it's picking a logo is very hard, and
Yes.
Oh man, a lot harder than I ever knew.
and there were certainly a lot of good entries and good directions.
Because every time somebody posted one, I was like, oh wait, look, did you see this one? Oh,
Right. And there were a couple more too on there that were really, really nice and really close. You've got one. Did Henrik do your background?
Yeah,
Or was that
Henrik did
somebody
my
else? It was
background.
Henrik, okay.
I love that one
I thought it was
too.
somebody else's logo.
And then
but-
I had Crowtails up there for
yes.
a while.
Okay,
and
that's
so-
right. That might have been what I saw.
And
yeah.
so I had his desktops up, and everybody came in and say, "Oh, is that the new logo?"
Right,
And then
right,
we'd
right.
have the other one up. Oh, is that the new logo?
Yeah,
So
right.
we've been going around and around.
So I was blown away by the professional quality and just right off the bat, people, I thought we were just going to get some not very professional looking things right off the bat, and we didn't. We got stuff that just blew me away from everybody. So
Yeah,
I was
that's
I was
awesome.
really pleased with that. So thanks, guys. Really, it was a
Yeah,
great,
thank you.
great, fantastic collaborative effort, and I think it's great that we pulled a logo from the community. I ran it by marketing too.
It's the
Marketing liked
first
it, so,
time
yeah.
ever, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was great. No, the marketing department was really
Yep,
excited
yep.
about it too.
Cool.
Thought it was a great look. So
Yeah.
So congratulations to Henrik, and thank you
Yes.
to everybody who.
And thank you so much. Yeah, thank you everybody.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of great ideas too. Because we looked at Guba's logo and we're like, maybe that would be a good Leandri logo too. So
Yeah.
just because they're not used for the Unreal Tournament logo, there are still other
Right.
things in the game that we would like to use some of those things for.
Absolutely.
I've been failing to let you guys know that we're going to be moving to a new time next
I was
week.
going to remind you.
So next week we're going to be at 2 p.m. We're going to be an hour earlier, 2 p.m. Eastern time. And so we'll be on at the same time as the engine stream is. So different day. Same time. Yeah, that would be a little confusing.
Fight.
Yes.
We'll be fighting over
Show
you
them
guys.
who gets
So.
the most people in the stream.
So Steve is going to give us a little update about what's been going on in development over the last week.
Yeah. I'm going to focus on programming. I think
Oh,
we
awesome.
saw a little bit of what, I mean, you guys, it's easy to see. I know there's that secret level from Sid coming soon. I'm not sure, is he going to have it in this week's?
I don't know. He's wrapping it up, though.
But that's going to be pretty cool and experimental. I mean, one of the things to realize right now with what our designers are doing is experimenting with ideas for gameplay and kind of exploring the kind of things we can do. And so, we don't know, we haven't yet set, I mean, certainly even things, I mean, our movement and weapons are far from set in stone, but with levels, we're doing the same things, exploring, what kinds of spaces we can create that work well, and different kinds of options. And so that's what he's messing around with, is just a different set of ways to really make a level unique. In terms of programming, most of the stuff that we've been working on this week isn't that visible in terms of game progress, but they're important systems that are going to be coming online soon that I think will make a really big impact on the game. I've been working on the network latency reduction system, pretty much basically fully implemented, but with lots of tweaking and bug fixing to go before it's ready for even internal testing, and then shortly after that I'll enable it in one of the community builds, and we'll start getting feedback from you guys. It's certainly going to need a lot of work. It's going to be the kind of thing that exposure to real world conditions is going to demonstrate a lot of flaws and issues, but I'm pretty excited with where it is so far. I mean, just my testing by myself with different kinds of simulated lag and network conditions has looked really promising. So I hope that works out well. Matt just checked in basic bot framework. So bots now they use the navigation nav mesh and path around the level, and kind of have the basic functionality of picking up inventory and shooting at you. Still extremely preliminary and early. It's going to be a long time till we have really UT quality bots, but
Are they
it's
using
a good
lists
starting
yet?
point.
Good start.
I don't think they're using lists yet.
Yeah.
He was working on that today.
Next thing.
But that's a big step. I mean, just getting that basic framework. I mean, all these systems is like getting the basic framework set is the hard part, and after that, I mean, it's a long process of refining it and fixing bugs, but it's much more straightforward once you've got your direction set. And then I think the other big thing, Joe Wilcox is working on the community server lobby, also something else I think we're really excited about, and we're looking forward to getting your hands to get your feedback. I think that's going to be an area where there's going to be a lot of valuable back and forth between us and the community, and making that a really usable and functional system. And then the last thing I think, which is kind of important, especially for contributors, is we've moved to 4.5 in the code base. So if you're trying to build code, you're going to have to build it. GitHub, there's a pre-release version of 4.5 available. There's a couple reasons we did that. One is that we needed some of the features that were going to be in 4.5, for example, for the bots. And secondly, we wanted to make sure that 4.5 worked well with UT. And so by going ahead and moving to 4.5, we can get our engine QA team to verify that 4.5 works well with UT. And that's probably something we're going to be trying to do in the future, is as soon as a new build has branched and has preliminary versions available to the public, we'll go ahead and move our build over so that we can make sure that it works well, and that we can put in our last request for either things that are broken for UT or things we really need. And I guess that wraps up our...
Awesome. Just one question. Did the bots taunt yet?
They do not. They don't do much yet. They run around the level, which is actually that's a pretty hard problem to get started.
Pete's at it.
We'll get a Pete bot.
Yeah, we absolutely have
Feigns
to have
death
a
and
Pete bot.
impact hammers people, yeah.
One nice thing just to mention from a level designer point of view is the nav mesh building, and also we've got a node system built on top of the nav meshes, and that's all generated completely automatically. So at this point, there's no designer intervention needed to get pathing and bots working in your lab.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so once again, next week we'll be here at 2 o'clock p.m. And tomorrow, make sure you watch the Unreal Engine stream at 2 p.m. The topics are going to be animation and rigging toolkit, and they're also going to have an EGX recap with Dana and Chance. And the special guest tomorrow will be Jay Hosfeld and Jeremy Ernst. So make sure you stop in for that one and say hello. Thank you, everyone, and make sure you join us next week at 2 o'clock. We'll see you.
See ya.